So we can table this until next month?
Oh, I don't want to table it
You don't
again.
want to table it?
No.
Okay.
I'm tired of talking about it.
Yes.
Get it over with. So if we go $2,
So where's the, okay, so where's the money gonna come out to pay for this one? I
we're
guess I
just
don't.
gonna have to pull it out of
Let's,
our hat.
let's do this
So
one
if we,
first.
yeah, so how are we gonna pay for this one, Nancy? Well, they don't let us float it, we have to pay for it right away, right? Yeah.
We have to pay the full amount right away, we can't do half and half. Now, half down the road.
No, I don't think there's any financing option with the state auditor's office.
Well, I gotta try.
Why don't you call cousin Chet to see if he'll
Yeah.
authorize that? Yeah, I mean, that's more of an option into the future than it is to take care of this one.
So,
Well, I wasn't just worried about this one for right now. I'm worried about the next one. and the next
So what are
budget.
our options with fire department and library then? Any?
What do you mean, what are our options?
We'd have to, I don't wanna deduct anything from there, but what else, what other funds can we take them from? Is there any other, enough, you know, any other options, Nancy?
Madam Chair,
Another bounce?
ain't gonna bounce, we got reserves, for God's sake, what, how is that so hard to understand?
Well, reserves, you can't take the electric reserve and pay for a city audit, that's illegal. That's misappropriation of funds.
Yes.
It has to come out of the general fund.
in the general fund. Unless I'm not looking at the right one.
Or we have got to cut what we give to a certain entity.
I mean, all entities can try to economize, but, you know, I don't think anybody looked for an ice storm this winter.
No.
You know, I haven't worked too hard at getting any of the projects that you authorized last week started because I didn't know where we were getting the money. If you guys decided to pay for the audit out of our general fund, those were extra expenses that maybe didn't have to be done. Even though we have addressed them as needs for a long time.
Well, the general fund's the only option, and everything else is just gonna have to be put on hold. Where else are we gonna get it?
I
There's
gave
no
you your
place-
options there and that doesn't seem to be acceptable, so.
Well, still, Nancy, I mean, at $2 a person,
Well, you've,
we're not gonna make $6,000.
no, and
by
I'm not
August.
talking about that option, I'm talking about a direct assessment now. To recoup these costs, and that would put a hardship on some people, and we all realize that, and I don't find it a good option, I'm just telling you it's one of them.
Well, and that's what I've thought all along, but you're right, it's not a good option.
You know, there is a line item in our budget for next year called other general government, and a lot of different things get lumped into there. But a lot of that is things like the housing project that we're trying to work on. Things like that would be some property that we've talked about in town. So we have no funds for that kind of stuff. And you firemen will be happy to know that to redo your air pack thing down there was not for over $1,400, it was $600.
Yeah, that's what they called and told us, so they didn't
Yeah.
have to do a lot of things that they thought they were going to.
So
As
that's
far
a
as
good
air
thing.
filters and all that stuff, so that was.
Just charge everybody $25.
$25.
Citizens can cover it all.
How would that work, Nancy?
That'd be just exactly right. It's just about exactly right. Perfect, actually. 135 customers at $25 is $33.75, which is exactly half of $67.50.
And then if we do that, then charge them $2.
Well, let's not mix those,
So we have to do that separately with an ordinance, if we
Yeah.
decide to do that.
I know, I'd rather get it set though, that's what we're gonna do over the next 5 years.
That'd be a separate, even, that would.
Be a separate ordinance.
Motion, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a separate policy decision as well, because you would have to make a policy decision to establish a policy of auditing every 5 years, or 3 years, or 6 years, or whatever you want. I mean, that's your first step, is to establish that policy.
Mhm.
Because at this point, beyond this petition, you guys are not bound to have to pay for an audit again unless somebody steps up with another petition.
But
The
it's
law
just-
states any community under 400 is not bound to do an audit, period.
Wasn't there a dollar amount though, too? Over
No.
a million?
No, sometimes the state auditor's office will pick up on those budget changes and decide to pull you and make you the happy people that get one, but I don't think that happens as often as it used to either. Actually, a flag was, and it, maybe it would have caught us anyway, a flag was our streetscape project when our average budget went from 500,000 to $1.2 million. That should have been a flag in the state auditor's office. But they may let that ride 1 year to see if it goes back down because of a special project. There's lots of communities doing sewer projects and things like that where
Right.
So does the council feel your options are? Do the $5 person for this year? Okay.
Pay the rest out of the general fund? Is that where it's coming out of, Nancy, when we,
Mm-hmm.
yeah?
And that revenue would go directly into the general fund as well.
Well, let's try this. I'll make a motion to have each utility entity paid.
You can't go by utility entity,
Go by water customer.
Water customer.
that's still gonna hit both business and residential. Some
Um,
people are gonna be paying twice, can't do that.
You can accept those if you'd like.
So you're gonna cut down on how many we got, we've been twice.
I don't think it'll cut it down much because I think that 135 number is pretty much residential. And we could just do it on strictly residential and then,
Why don't we stick to the residential in the businesses? That cuts it down, that way we don't have the
Yeah,
fight and
because
the
of
bickering,
business
yeah.
would be paid.
Or the post office won't pay that anyway.
Yeah,
is that good with you?
okay. Yes,
Okay.
and the city pick up the rest out of the general fund.
Okay, do I have a motion to second this?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have 2 abstaining.
They didn't say
No,
one way or
I'm
the
saying
other.
nay, I'm not abstaining, I'm saying no.